Okay, your second question was how often you need to monitor the flight instruments in flight. And actually, that was depending on the phase of flight. Yeah, of course, on takeoff, all the eyes of the flight engineer were at the engine instruments, because it was the most important system to be monitored during a takeoff. And during flight, of course, he had his own flight log, and he had to write down and monitor all the systems. For example, the oil consumption and the oil pressure, if there's any deviations. The fuel he had to manage. He had to balance fuel. He had to manage fuel, that it was always available to the engines, and that there was no fuel leak, and that the gross weight and the total fuel was matching with each other. And then, of course, you had to set packs on and off if required for takeoff. Let's say, sometimes they did a packless takeoff. This, by the way, is a passenger version. It has 3 packs. The cargo version had 2 packs on the Classic. And then all the other systems, like here, hydraulic fluid, is the pressure constant, is the fluid levels, are they stable, or is there maybe somewhere a leak? Okay, and then there was here a huge panel with a lot of annunciators that came on with a master caution that were indicating minor system faults or outages. You know, okay. Also, what I have to tell you is not every Classic is configured in the same manner. When you look at the overhead panel here, this is probably a B747 of British Airways, and that is a Saudia model. It's like a car, like a German car. You get what you pay for. Okay, if you don't pay for it, you don't have it. Yeah, there are a lot of things that are integrated here that are others don't have, like a gust suppression system, or 3 or 2 autopilots, or certain anti-ice systems. So you can see here these guards, they are the same, and the fire handles, but what's beneath there, it's quite different, you know, from the layout. And you see the systems here. For example, the starter panel here is buttons, and the starter panel on this model is mainly, you have hier Engine Controls. Engine Start. Jetzt müssen wir es nochmal neu machen. Mach's nochmal.